The price of freedom is death. We're coming to get our check.
B1 brothers and sisters, welcome to the Afro Elite YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you guys have already subscribed, please make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Also, please make sure you leave a like on this video as far as this is concerned and all the other videos, and make sure you share this video on your various social media platforms. I appreciate everybody who's in here already. I'm a couple minutes behind, but it's good because we're in here making sure everything is straight. Hold on. Making sure we're straight. Wait, what's going on? Okay, yeah, we're straight. I couldn't see myself for a second. But we're good. We have Brother Maroon in here. We have Quick Sandfield, I believe. Quick Sandfield. Now, before we get started on tonight's main topic, I want to show you all, and I'm going to make a Twitter post about this. I thought I did one earlier, but it was just on Instagram. But I did do one on YouTube, like a thing. But we have a sale going on right now because this is like hoodie season. Everybody's getting their hoodies for the, hoodies, and the holidays are coming up. People want to get gifts for, themselves, their significant other, all that stuff. So what we're having is a 20% off sale, all merchandise. There's a couple of merchandise items that I'm gonna drop tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, anything you want for 5 days until Monday is 20% off. It's a very significant sale. So of course, if you want a hoodie, and I'm wearing the merch right now, you got the Fred Hampton shirt, one of a kind, one of the best selling things on the website, period. Okay. The hat, people like the hat. And you have the actual items like the mugs and things like that. So people love that. I'm seeing more people in the room. Shout out to our brother Ace Keeper, our sister Harlem 9, Dark Angels. Congratulations on 3K. Yes, we have reached 3,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. Round of applause to all of the subscribers. Thank you all very much. I'm very grateful. I'm very humbled. This has been a long, hard, difficult road. We haven't really made it yet, but with the progress, with the significance of 3,000, talking about the things that we talk about right here, with all of the setbacks, with all of the sabotaging going on, with everything going on in the background, we still made it to 30, not 30K eventually, but 3,000. 3K, that's a significant feat. So I want to thank every single last one of you all, because it wouldn't have been possible if you guys didn't do it. If you guys weren't liking, if you guys weren't sharing, if you guys weren't watching, if you guys didn't subscribe, it wouldn't have been possible. So thank you all very much for that. But let me finish on the sale. Okay, so we see here, let me make it a little bit bigger. So we see, no, that's not the sale, that's just my turn. So we got the for instance, people love these two designs, but I'm gonna go to this one because it has a little bit more products. So you got your shirts, you got your hats, your hoodies, very high quality hoodies as well too. They're not just those cheap little dollar store hoodies, not hating, but these are good hoodies. Different styles. You got the logo on the back, you got the pullover hoodie, the zip up hoodie, you got the ones for the women, you got to look out for the ladies, water bottles, just in case you guys want some merchandise as well too, traveling mugs, book bags, we got beanies and stuff like that. So we have a whole bunch of stuff on the website for 20% off until Monday. So you don't want to miss out on this very big sale. You want to get your hoodies now while it's hoodie season. So thank you. And thank everybody for being here. If you guys have not already done so, please hit that subscribe button. Please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, for some reason, I had to close everything out because I wasn't able to see myself. So I'm getting everything back again, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I want to show you something. Hold on, let me see. I wanted to show you where is I gotta go to my bookmarks. This is why you have to bookmark everything, because they try to hate on you and they don't want you to shine. They don't want this channel to shine. They won't stop anything though. They can't do that. They won't do that. Have you guys seen this? I'm sure you have, but I have to show you again anyway. I just have to. I'm sorry. So the Democrats specifically, because even though this political campaign ad is just talking about voting, these are people who are on the Democratic side. So these are people who are appealing to the Democrats. These are the people who want you to vote for the Democrats. We have more congratulations. Our Tangier says congratulations, Afro. Our brother Torian Reigns, thank you very much. Oh, you got a T-shirt, Brooklyn Queen. What T-shirt did you get exactly, sister? I'd like to know. Oh, Emma Johnson said the purple one. Yeah, the colors are really good too. The colors don't like fade away or nothing, so that's really good. Yeah. So Brooklyn, just let me know what T-shirt you got. But let's go into the review. So they made a campaign to appeal to young black voters. They said, "Here we go."
Yeah. Trade tracks, I think we got one.
It's voting season, bruh. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking, no voting, no fucking. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking, no voting, no fucking. BLK app looking for some action. Swag the homie Scott was hit. Face is a 9, abs a 10, D is a to be determined. He got me.
So you guys know, this individual. This is a man with a beard and everything. Named Sultana, Salty or Sassy Sultana, Salty Sultana, something like that. I don't know. But this is a very moist dude from, as our brother Torian Reigns would say, the Academy. So you guys know.
Bro, the only red flag, he said he don't vote. This midterms for all the single cute. Wanna hit this booty, gotta do your civic duty. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking, no voting, no fucking. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking, no voting, no fucking.
Yeah, don't stop now. Stop my ballot box again, but my homegirl through. Put the buy product in. Politics be so nasty. Make me wanna flirt ya. Show you how to be a poll worker. Legs in the air, I don't care. Anyone can get it. Universal health care. If you wanna come before the deadline. Come in the jacuzzi, gerrymander this coochie.
No voting, no love, no voting, no touch, no voting, no nothing. Can't let me down, gotta stand up for something. No voting, no love, no voting, no touch, no voting, no nothing. BLK, we gon' stand up for something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. Sorry you had to go through that, family. I'm sorry. And I know you guys have probably already seen it and are probably very annoyed by it, but just for the ones who aren't on Twitter, because we have to think about those people too. So for the ones who aren't on Twitter and that's their first time seeing it, yeah, that's a political campaign ad to get younger black voters to vote, right? So they decided to take the topic of vote of politics, which is really one of the most unsexy things to talk about, and combine that with sex. This is the amped up version of get your booty to the poll. This, to be honest with you, is worse and more degenerate and more offensive and more vulgar than get your booty to the polls. Like, to be honest, when I saw get your booty to the polls, I had a feeling like, oh my God, this is trash. This is terrible. This is disrespectful. And it was all of those things. And then when I see this, it makes the get your booty to the polls thing seem not so bad. I'm like, was the get your booty to the poll, was it that bad? Really? maybe I just judged it a little too harshly. If this no voting, no vucking, okay, and let me be very clear so YouTube doesn't think I'm saying anything that I'm not saying. I'm saying vucking with a V. If this video makes get your booty to the pole seem good, then this video is completely trash and degenerate. Okay. This is. I want to get to the idea behind this. Now, this was, I guess, the campaign. If you saw, like, they were using like the apps, like a dating app, Black. I guess it's supposed to be a Black dating app. So I guess they the ones who funded it, or they use their platform to partner with it or whatnot to get young Black voters to vote. So this is really their responsibility. So let me show you this article about what they were saying about getting Black voters to vote for this before we really break it down. Before we really break it down. Before we go though, I would like to thank Aaron Von Black for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, Aaron. Thank you very much. Before we go, let me see. Brooklyn Queen says, I got two of the Black girl afro in coral and gold. Oh wow, that's nice. The afro lead in blue, Fred Hampton in gray, and they're coming for the check in. Oh wow, all right. Brooklyn Queen, she was shopping for real. Hey, I respect that. Hotep Afro Elite mods in the chat. All right, yes, ma'am. I believe you meant that peacefully, but anyway, let's go. So it goes on to say, dating site behind Vax That Thing Up, and yes, Blacked is the same dating site that pushed the Vax That Thing Up. And I'm not gonna try to talk about that because I don't know still how the algorithm is when you talk about that thing, the V word. So I'm gonna be very cautious. But it says it comes out with no voting, no vucking. Okay. Let me see. Black Enlist and Black Enlist, Trina and Saucy Sultana are for spicy midterm anthem. Can you imagine this being played in a car? Can you imagine you just driving and you hear this on the radio, or you hear this bussing loud in somebody else's car at the gas station? I can't. I would want to pull my ears off or something. I don't know. What it says, BLK, which is the dating app, a dating app for Black singles, has released a music video to encourage young Black people to vote. The anthem, No Voting, No Vucking, features Trina and Saucy Sultana rapping about the importance of the midterms election, of this year's midterm elections. Now, what's interesting, and they do this to Black people all of the time. Every single midterm, every single election, it's the exact same thing every single time without fail. It's always, you don't understand how important this election is. This election is so important. It's so crucial. If we don't vote this time, that world is literally going to end. Everybody is going to die. This is life. I'm telling you, without fail, year after year after year, no matter who is running, no matter who is in office, it's the same thing. Midterms, the presidential race. You guys, this is so important. I know last year was this big deal, but this is even a bigger deal than last time. Like, come on. But before we continue, another shout out to Aaron Von Black for the $20 super chat. So now Aaron Von Black is stepping it up. He added, he didn't double it. He multiplied his first donation by 10. So thank you for that. Thank you for the first one and the second one. I appreciate that very much. Thank you very, very much, brother Aaron. Shout out to brother Aaron Von Black. But they do this every year, every single year, without fail, without question. It continues. Created by majority, the video is a follow-up of last year's popular V word, and I'm just being careful, V word campaign, Vax That Thing Up. Starring Juvenile, Manny Fresh, and Maya X. And we already talked about that in the previous broadcast as well. So I'm just trying to be careful. We know there's a lot riding on the 2022 midterms. Of course. Of course they would say that. There's always a lot riding on every single election, every single campaign. It's so much riding on it. If black people don't turn out, then the world is just going to be flooded with it's going to be a horrific hurricanes and terrible blizzards and heat storms, and fire is going to start raining down. It's going to rain down fireballs. They do it every single election. So what's new? But let's go. There's a lot riding on the 2022 midterms, and we know the power that the young vote wields when motivated, says Jonathan Kirkland. Now he's the head of marketing and brand of BLK, which is the black dating website. We wanted to pair a rising star, which is Saucy Sultana. Don't know why they called him a rising star, but with an iconic legend, which is Tria. I wouldn't call Tria or Trina. Let's see, I don't even know the name. Iconic legend, but anyway, creating the duo that delivers a poignant message of with sexiness and playfulness to inspire more young people to turn out and vote. With sexiness and playfulness. Okay? Not seriousness. Okay? Fulfilling your civic duty has never been sexier. Check out the 2-minute video and some lyrics. Okay? And then they go down here to some of the lyrics. Okay, let's just look at some of the lyrics they decided to put and brag, okay? BLK app, looking for some action. Swipe the homie Scott, what's happening? Now, if you guys remember, Scott was the same person that they were talking about in the Vax That Thing Up, so they really got a thing for the guy named Scott. I don't know who he is. Now, mind you, this was the man, this dude, he is a man, Saucy Satana, talking about, he continues, face is a 10, face is a 9, abs is a 10, D is a to be determined. Really? Okay, that's that agenda for you. He got mad jokes. He don't seem broke. The only red flag, he said he don't vote. I'm gonna be honest. Let's just be honest. Yeah, you want somebody. First off, there's a difference between dating and hooking up. I'm not on any dating apps or anything like that, so I wouldn't know. But from what I know, Black is a dating app just for pretty much like one night stands type thing. It's like the Black version of what's that one called? Not Twitter, Tinder. Tinder is like the Black version of Tinder, from what I've been told. So if you're just going to kind of hit it and quit it, if it's just going to be a one night thing, do you need to know the person's political affiliations? Do they vote or not? If you're just going to smash and pass, whether they vote or not is not good. That's not significant whatsoever. So, you know, I mean, this is just how illogical some of the stuff they're saying is. Oh, he's such a good man. He got everything going for himself, but he doesn't vote. Okay. But continuing with some of the degenerate lyrics. Actually, let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, yeah, make it a tad bit bigger. Okay. This midterm, for all the single cuties, wanna hit this booty, gotta do your civic duty. Okay. Really? Okay. Don't stop now. Stuff my ballot box again. Bought my homegirl through. Put a buy in partisan. Lord, okay. Politics be so nasty, make me want to flirt ya. And that they probably couldn't use the word they wanted to. Show you how to be a poll worker. No voting, no loving, no voting, no touching, no voting, no nothing. Can't lay me down. Gotta stand up for something. Hold on, let me scroll back. If the coochie is the goal, go hit the polls. Period. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Shout out to our second $20 super chat by Aboriginal woman. There's no tacos, no voting, no egg rolls, no voting, no mayo, no voting videos. No, just saying. Yeah, exactly. You make a great point because they would never do this to any other group ever. They would never make a campaign saying with people with mariachi hats on doing salsa dancing or whatever, and they're talking about if you you want authentic Mexican food and they got a whole bunch of tacos and what's that one beer they drink, Cortillos or some case, some what is that one beer that they're always drinking? You don't want that, and if you don't want to drink your beer and eat your tacos, you got to vote. They would never say that. They would never say cross the border so you can vote. They would never say anything degenerate like that. They would never say that. They would never say to the Asians, oh, if the only way to, they would never have like a campaign where like there's this kung fu master and he was all like, the only way to fully awaken yourself and enter the dragon is to go to the ballot box and defeat the gerrymandering. Like they would never say anything like that to them because that is disrespectful and offensive. And they do it to us because they feel like we're stupid. They feel like we're less than, and they feel like we're like not human. They feel like we're animalistic. They feel like we're kind of beast-like. And I've been telling you this. They feel this way about black men and black women too, because they feel black men, we're not going to vote unless there's some unless there's sex behind it. So for the reason that black men don't vote is not because we don't have a reason not to vote. It's just because black men are just kind of just stupid like that, and black men just don't want to vote just because, we just don't do anything. But if there's some coochie behind voting, then black men will vote, because all black men, and they market it like this, they think like this, honestly, they think all black men are like these sex-crived animals and that will do anything just to have sex. That's that Birth of a Nation, and I'm talking about the original KKK Birth of a Nation. That's that minstrel show, Jim Crow thinking of black men, how we're just these sexual beasts like that. And they think the same way of black women too. If you honestly think about it, this is, and they try to tell black women to do this often. This is them saying to black women, we're your pimp, you're our hoe, and instead of standing on the corner and coming back with money, you're going to stand on the corner and you're not going to give him any unless you tell him to vote. Because you're not voting for the interests of black women. You're voting for the interests of the dominant society. That's who you're voting for. You're not voting for black women. So this is saying, black women, we're your pimps, you're our hoes. Black men are stupid victims who only care about sex. And black women are only good for giving sex. So this works out perfectly. This is very offensive to both black men and black women. They picked the most disrespectful thing. I mean, you thought get your booty to the polls was disrespectful. You thought that was disingenuous. You thought that was stupid. This is top tier stupid. Not only that is it top tier stupid, the people who are co-signing it are top tier stupid. Let me show you that. No, or let me ask you a question. I really want to ask you a question. Okay. Why do you think Jamila Hill said this? Now she quote tweeted the original video. Why do you think she said this? Now this is her real account. She said somebody gotta put gerrymander this coochie on a t-shirt. Um Gerrymander this coochie on the t-shirt. I'm gonna just stop there. These are people who honestly think that black people are just norm, and this is my issue when it comes to boule, when it comes to people who are educated. They honestly think that this is what black people think. They're not coming to black people with any real solutions, any real anything. They're just saying that black people are stupid. And they're trying to distract, and they think that young black people are stupid. And that's the thing. This is why black people don't vote or are not turning out. This is why you have to use campaigns like this. Because I want you guys to think, when Obama ran the first time and the second time, they didn't need campaigns like get your booty to the polls where they're having strippers educate you. They didn't need to bring out Cardi B to interview Barack Obama. Well, Cardi B wasn't like relevant at the time, but they didn't need to bring rappers at her degenerate, uneducated level. Um, they didn't need to do that at all. They didn't need to do that because black people back then, back during that time, black people were gonna vote just because, hey, we gotta vote. I mean, our ancestors, quote unquote, died for us to vote. So it would be disrespectful if we did anything but vote. So we have to vote, of course. But now they're starting to see a new status quo. Now they're starting to see a change. And this is what scares them. This is what worries them. When I look at that, as disrespectful as that is, Louvre is a famous place in Paris. Okay, I didn't read that part because I had no idea what that meant. Thank you for that. I had no idea. And Jamila Hill let us know how she feels about black men a long time ago. Exactly, she did. Remember when she said, what did she say? She said, the straight black men, or she retweeted something from the Griot. She said the straight black men are the W, you know what that means, the MD, the melanin deficient people of black society. She retweeted that. So that's where she stands. So yeah, we already know she's a lost cause to our society anyway. But I want you guys to really think. The reason why they have to show us this is because they're seeing the trend that black people are not falling for certain things. They're seeing that, and they can't get black people back because they know for a fact they can't actually do anything tangible. They know that's their secret agenda. If they do something tangible for black people, they know it's pretty much them bending the knee, which they refuse to do. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to find any sort of way whatsoever to get black people to vote and get black people back on the political campaign. Now, of course, we know most black people who vote still vote for Democrats, and then you have a very large, significant amount of black people who still vote regardless. Now, okay, we know that, but the thing is, where is the trend going? The trend is going that more and more black people are not voting, or voting for the opposite party, or voting for third party, or voting green, or voting nonpartisan. Do you have black people who are becoming less loyal, less devoted to the Democratic Party? So that's why they're worried, because they'll tell you on one hand, oh, the black men And it's not just black men, it's black women as well too. They say black men because that might be the higher number, but it is black women as well too. But they'll say, oh, the black men, you guys don't vote, but it doesn't matter because most black people vote anyway. So your vote, you withholding your vote, is really insignificant because it's not going to make that much of a difference because most black people are going to vote regardless. But if most black people are going to vote regardless, there is no reason to throw desperate videos out. Now, I want you to know, when you look at this, it's not only offensive, it's really offensive, but the thing is that it shows the desperation. It shows the fact that they're not really getting black people to vote because they didn't need to before. When Obama, I want you to think when like Bill Clinton, Obama, Bush, and everything, when they were running and all of the midterms during that time, they didn't need to put out all of these stereotypical minstrel show political campaigns to get black people to vote. Yeah, they were still ignoring black people. Yeah, they were still doing the same thing, not giving black people tangibles and denying black people's grievance and denying black people of anything that will actually improve the quality of life that black people have to live. Yes, the same thing was still going on, but they knew that black people were kind of just brainwashed. A lot of black people were kind of just brainwashed to vote for them anyway. But now that you have a critical growing number of black people who are not doing it, now they're sitting up there biting their fingernails. They're not really trying to let you know that because then they'll let you know that they're losing, but you know that they're losing because they have to put out degenerate, over sexual, offensive, disrespectful political campaigns such as this. So that's kind of how you know they're losing. That's exactly how you know. We got we have a lot of people in here. If you guys can please subscribe, like, and share the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I want to show you something else. One of the things that YouTube has done is they took the dislikes off YouTube videos. So when you go to a YouTube video, you see a lot of the likes. You can only see the likes. You can hit the dislike button, but you can't actually see the dislikes. There's the easy way to reverse that depending on what type of laptop you're using. So I'm a tech guy, I'm a computer guy. So I decided to reverse that. So let's actually see. So the video has over 300,000 views within the last few days. But let's look at the likes versus the dislikes. I was able to pull the dislikes up. I had to, go in there doing my tech stuff and pull it up. I had my intense background music going off, motivate me. But look, it has less than 1,000 likes. Okay, mind you, let's take a look at the views again one more time. It has 300,000, over 300,000 views and less than 1,000 likes. And what's more devastating is the fact that it has over 25,000 dislikes. So you guys know, I did the math. It has a little over, just round about 40. It has about 40 times the dislikes than it does the likes. Let's really think about that. That means for every person who liked it, who would look at this video and click a like, and of course, you have people on the black dating site team who probably liked it. So I'm willing to bet that a few of their likes really don't count. I'm willing to bet they probably cheated a couple hundred of those likes. But let's say all of those likes, the 616 likes that it got out of the over 300,000 views, let's say the 616 likes that it got was 100% genuine. It has 40 times as many dislikes, which means for every one individual that liked this video, 40 people disliked it. Can you imagine? I want you to really think about this. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I did too, because I was looking like, yeah. When I saw the likes versus the views, then I was like, I don't know about this. This seems weird. Then I pulled up the dislikes. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, I want you to think. Imagine if you had a line and one person in the line, you go to a computer, you hit either the like button or the dislike button. Imagine one person going to the computer and then hitting a like, and then 40 more people following him hit the dislike every time, 40 times. And then one person comes up and hit a like again. And then 40 more people come and hit a dislike. And that happened 616 times. This video is a terrible flop. This video right here, because I did the comparison between Get Your Booty to the Polls, which I believe the likes for that was disingenuous as well too, but this video actually did a lot worse than Get Your Booty to the Polls, if you can even believe it. This video is terrible. And let me tell you, I mean, this is the reason why YouTube took their dislikes down, because when political ads or when certain things come up from Team YouTube, or certain things come up from like a political press, the president has like meeting of the press or anything like that, those videos get a lot of dislikes. More than likely, they get over twice as many dislikes as they do likes, and YouTube doesn't like to show that. They don't like the optics of that. They want the optics of you get to see the likes, but you don't get to see the dislikes. They left the likes up there for a reason, and they took the dislikes down, not to quote unquote help small creators like they said they would, or like they said they attempted to do that for, but it was really for their own agenda. Because when they push certain degenerate things like no voting, no bucking, when they push certain things like that out, it clearly, as you can see here, let me just show you again, it clearly has a huge number of dislikes in comparison to the likes. So that's why they hide it. But unfortunately, you have people like me out there who will actually do the due diligence of going to check it out and going to see how many dislikes it has versus its likes. Hold on. So you said great job exposing the YouTube rating system. Yeah, exactly. YouTube does a lot of shicey stuff like that because YouTube doesn't help small content creators. I remember saying this on a video I did with Corey when I reacted to his channel. YouTube doesn't help small content creators, none whatsoever. What YouTube does is YouTube has preferential treatment to bigger platforms who have lots of viewing and lots of subscribers. They have racial preferential treatment as well too, and I talked about that in the video reaction I did with Corey. And they depending on the type of content, they have like content preference to a degree. Depending on what type of content, they have other content preferences, but those are really the main two preferences, preferably, mainly, mostly the racial preference. That's it. Okay, and then if you say one thing that goes against more than likely the democratic or what you call left leaning, I don't really use the term left or right leaning. Oh, that's left leaning. But if you go more towards that side, you'll be safer. If you go towards the other side, especially if you don't have a huge platform, then you won't be as safe. But you do have people who are on the right and the left, who do have big huge platforms on both sides. So yeah, you have that. Exactly. That YouTube rewind is a major reason they got rid of the dislike meter. Let me show you, actually, since I do have the ability to pull it up. You know, I had to do some things with my Google Chrome, but I do have the actual ability to pull that up. Let me see. When was the last YouTube rewind? YouTube. And I'm glad you brought this up, Torian, because it was 2021. It was 20. Hold on. No, it was 2020, I believe. Was it? Hold on, let me see. Was it 2020 or 2021? Do you guys know? Because it's from Team YouTube. Yeah, it was. No, 2018. Was it 2018? I thought they made another one. Over here looking up this YouTube rewind. No, I think it was 2018, right? Yeah, it was 2018. Let me show you something, y'all. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. This is why, if you guys want to know a little secret about YouTube, most of what YouTube does is very disingenuous. Okay. They always say, oh, we're doing this for this reason, but they're doing this to cover themselves. Let me show you why YouTube got rid of all that. It is incredible. This is the YouTube rewind. I'm not going to play it for copyright reasons, but let me just show you so you guys actually know. This is the YouTube rewind of 2018. It has, let me zoom in just so you guys can see it. Now, not sure what happened to all of the views, because we know there's more views than that. You probably can't see all the views, but it has 3.1 million likes and 20 million dislikes. 20 million dislikes to 3.1 million. 20 million. Now, all in all, this video, I believe, has 222, like about 222,000 views, but 22 million dislikes in comparison to 3.1. Listen, let me tell you, that is not a small number whatsoever. This is why, and you can look, Let me show you to you big. Let me show you to you big. Okay, Torian, you make a good one. That is one of the most disliked videos on the entire platform. That's one of the most disliked videos on YouTube in general. Look, if you don't believe me, if somebody wants to argue that what I'm saying is accurate, look at when this video came out. Look at when it came out, the date it came out, and then look at the date of when they removed the dislikes, the viewing of the dislikes. You can still dislike a video, but you can't view how many dislikes a video got. Look at when that happened. That happened right after the fact. They were all like, hey, we got to get rid of this, because that's a terrible look, because they had a new CEO. The CEO started changing certain things with the algorithm. A lot of people didn't like it. It was a lot going on. They hated that. It was a lot of big YouTube videos that they were putting out that were getting a lot of dislikes. That was the biggest one. That was like the icing on the cake, because YouTube Rewind was the thing that they did where they got a whole bunch of like the famous content creators, especially of that year, and they started to do trends and things like that of that year and relevant things that occurred of that year. And it was a cool, and when I saw it, I think they started in like 2016 or 17. When I saw it, it was okay. It was okay when I saw it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I see some of the YouTubers up there, they're doing their thing. And then Susan, that's her name. Susan, she's like the new CEO of YouTube. When she got there, started changing stuff, people hated her. This video is one of the biggest L's YouTube has ever gotten. That's why they took their dislikes off. Or they took the viewing of the dislikes off. But luckily for me, I was able to pull it back up. I was able to pull it back up. Listen, when it comes to voting, sorry, spam call. When it comes to voting, we want to be respected like everybody else. We demand to be respected like everybody else. We demand to be respected more than everybody else. We deserve more than everybody else. We built more than everybody else. Actually, let me rephrase that. We built everything, and everybody else is benefiting off of the work that we did, off of the work that our people did, except our people. Everybody else gets more respect than our people, and we're just not going to tolerate that anymore. So that's why black men and black women are turning away from the polls. That's why we're turning away from the Democratic shills. That's why we're not as loyal. That's why we're not as interested. That's why Joe Biden's approval rating is lower than he could possibly even imagine. That's why Kamala Harris's approval rating is lower than she can imagine. That's why Stacey Abrams is losing her race in Georgia. That's why Lori Lightfoot's polls are at the bottom of the ocean. That's why all of these Democratic shills, especially the black ones who try to ride on their blackness, especially them, their polls, their viewing, their approval rating is as low as they could possibly think of. And they're trying to do something without trying to do something. That is the thing. They want the votes, but they know they can't give us anything for it. That is the issue. So what they'll do is they'll try to shame you into voting. They'll try to say, oh, well, if you don't vote, just like with that Tiffany Cross Eyes interview she did with Roly Poly Martin, and they were talking about, oh, remember that video? Well, black men, you feel oppressed, so you go with the oppressor and you listen to Tariq and Kevin Samuels, and she brought up Kevin Samuels for God knows what reason, especially considering the fact that that man is passed away and has been passed away for several months. He passed away when, at May or March? He passed away months ago. Never spoke on politics when he was alive, but he passed away months ago. And you're talking about, oh man, why are black men? You guys just need to get in line with black women. See, the waving your finger at somebody you're trying to tell what to do, the condescending vitriol that a lot of these higher up boule people feel for the rest of black society, that's not working. And the condescending talk, the condescending stereotype, minstrel show, performative extra stuff, the over sexual stuff, that's not working either. Okay, not at this era. Not this. Black people are too smart for them now. That's why they're messing up, because they might have used to, like, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, perhaps in the early 2000s, maybe a get your booty to the polls, maybe that would have worked. Maybe no voting, no vucking, maybe that would have worked 20 years ago. But it's not working now. Black people are too smart now. Black men and black women are too smart now. We're not playing those games. We're not playing those games with them anymore. Do you know the situation? Like, imagine Brooklyn, hold on. Shout out. Why is my thing's not popping up anymore? Okay, there it is. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen for the $20 super chat. She says they need to leave slang to FBA. I agree fully. Their efforts are sad and an epic failures every time. Exactly. See, the thing is that they don't expect people, because it's really not that difficult to pull up the dislikes. But the thing is that they make it inconvenient to do it, so they don't expect people to do it. And it might be, now I've done it on my laptop. I had to do it on my laptop. I haven't done it on my phone. So it's probably more difficult to do it on your phone than it is to do it on your laptop. So they're looking at it like, okay, it's inconvenience. And people aren't really caring that much to do it. So they don't expect people like myself to pull up the dislikes. But I pulled up the dislikes and I saw, oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense what black people are feeling. They don't do that, and they don't want people to know how much is disliked. They don't want black people to know that, because that shows that black people are not only highly offended by this, but that shows the fact that every single campaign, every single thing that they do, it actually pushes black people further from their agenda when they talk to us like that. Have you ever been to like a job or a school or anything, and somebody like your supervisor, your manager, your boss, whatever the case is, your teacher is talking to you really slow, but it's saying nice things to you, but they're saying nice things to you in a very slow way. Or they're not saying anything mean to you, but they're speaking to you in a very condescending way, like you're stupid. Like, um, Jamal, why don't you take the pencil, sharpen the pencil, and then write your name right there where it says name, right on that line right there. You know how to spell your name, right? J A. Like, it, you doing that, that naturally is going to offend somebody, because you're talking to them like they're less intelligent. You're talking to them like you're better than them. You're talking to them as if they're idiots. But they talk to black people like that. These Democratic shills, these boule people, they talk to black people like that because they honestly do believe that they are like some higher version of black. They believe, like you have Saucy Santana, they believe that their intersectionality, which I can't stand that, because they believe that their intersectionality gives them some like higher status than black. It makes them something beyond black. They've transcended what blackness is. So they believe that they're in this different realm, so they can judge, generalize, and stereotype the rest of black society because they're in their own little bubble because of their sex or their sexual orientation or whatever the case may be. That's honestly what they believe. That's honestly what they believe. So, but because you would never see, like, somebody brought this up earlier, you would never see a Hispanic talking like, oh, you guys want your tacos, you want your burritos. Well, before you get in line to the taco truck, make sure you get in line to the polls. They would never say anything like that. They would never go to the Asian community and they would be all like, wow, the line to the polls is longer than the Great Wall of China. They would never say anything like that stereotypical or demeaning. They would never say anything like that to anybody else. And to be honest with you, if you ran into somebody, let's keep it real. You ran into somebody that says everything about you is correct. It's just the fact that you don't vote. So I'm not going to have intercourse with you. I'm not going to have sex with you. I would be willing to have sex with you if you vote. They're not saying what to vote for or what to vote against, but they're saying if you vote. So if you just come with that little I voted sticker on your shirt, then they would have sex with you. That sounds like a hoe. And I'm not saying that to say, because I know somebody's gonna be like, you calling them hoes. But it sounds, only a hoe would do that. Only a hoe would say, if you vote for anything, then I will let you gerrymander this coochie. Only a hoe would say that. And not even a sexy hoe. Because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with hoes. I mean, everybody's got to be in their own lane. You got some degenerate females, just like you got some degenerate males out there. But I would put more respect on them than to do that. Like, come on. Like, voting isn't even in their best interest. It's not even in the hoes' best interest anymore. It's not in the bum's best interest anymore. Voting is not in black people's best interest unless the politician is a strong, unapologetic advocate who has a track record of fighting for and advocating for tangibles for black people. Anything that is the exception of that is not beneficial for black people to vote for. Anything at all, no matter who it is, male, female, black, white, whatever, a young, old, whatever. You said I'm really Leadis says, I really enjoy your commentaries, always thought-provoking topics that truly impact our black communities across America. You have great knowledge, insight, and your passion to educate your people. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for enjoying the content and watching the content. I honestly do not thank you all enough for that. Like, we have reached 3,000 subscribers over 3,000 subscribers now, because it's like 3,020 something right now. We've reached over 3,000 subscribers. I remember at the beginning of the year, I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. I was sitting up there, I think in January, I had just reached like 300 subscribers, and now I'm at 3,000 subscribers, and the year's still not over yet. We're still in October. We still have November, and we have December. We have the rest of October, then we have November and December, and who knows what could happen. So we got way farther to go just before 2022 is over. So thank you all for that, because if you guys weren't sharing, if you guys weren't watching, if you guys weren't liking, if you guys weren't subscribed, then this channel would have grown. So I want to personally thank every single last one of you all for that. Tell it like it is. Thank you so much for your $9 super chat, or $10 super chat. I'm sorry. It says, this is another way to hypersexualize the Black community. This proves what they always thought about us. Exactly. They think Black people are like animals. This is why I say Black people don't really go through that, or from facing the dominant society, Black people don't go through sexism. I know, controversial. But this is why I say that. Why I say that is because in order for you to go through sexism, they would have to recognize your gender. They would only recognize your gender if they saw you as human beings like they see themselves, in which they do not. That's why animals don't face sexism. Animals might face discrimination, animal abuse, whatever the case is. But if you see somebody abusing an animal, that person is not going to abuse the dog because the dog is female versus the dog is male. There's no sexism among animal abuse like that. No, it's because they don't see them as human. They don't see Black people as human. When I said this many times before, when they said the 3/5 of a human being, when they said like the beast-like creatures that they were putting on their minstrel shows, and they were putting on the poster cards and all of that for Jim Crow, they still genuinely do feel that way. They genuinely feel like Black people like to eat, have sex, and do drugs and party. And they only party to do drugs and have sex. That they think that is all there is to the Black brain. They really think that way. That's why when they see a Black person who's not like that, they're like, "Oh my God, you're so articulate for a Black person. You're so smart for a Black person." That's genuinely how they think. They're thinking that Black women are nothing but hoes that they get to pimp out. Their zaddy gets to pimp out for his own political benefit, because it's not for the benefit of Black women that Black men to go out there and vote. It's actually to the detriment of Black women if Black men are still on the political and especially the Democratic train. It's detrimental, actually. But they think that Black women are a bunch of hoes. They can just pimp out and be all like, well, Black men love ass, Black women love giving ass, so let's just tell Black women to give them ass if they vote. That's honestly what they think. And they think that Black men are just these sex-craved, dusty bums, or these pea-brain, mindless, dusty, sex-craved bums who don't do anything except commit crimes, do drugs, and have sex. That's it. And eat. That's it. Those 4 things. Those are the 4 things they think make up a Black male. So they're all like, you know what? Okay, well, get the booty to the polls. Who do you think that was for? Honestly, who do you think that was for? Because yeah, that was a campaign ad, and it didn't say specifically, but that was for Black men. They was all like, Black men love booty. So let's make a campaign ad about booty. And who do you think this was for? No voting, no fucking. Now, it's not a bunch of Black men saying, girl, if you want this D, you gotta vote for the Democrats. There's nothing corny like that. It's a bunch of Black women all like, gerrymander this coochie after you vote. Like, no. So this is for Black men who be all like, oh yeah, you know, I want to fuck, so let me vote. So they honestly think that black people, whether you're a black man or a black woman, they think that you're idiots. They think that you're pea brain. They think that you're dumb. They think that you don't think for yourself anything outside of sex. They think that the second a big booty pops in a room, we just get hypnotized. And if they can just control the individual with the big booty, then we'll be slaves to their will. That's what they think. That's honestly what they think. It's disrespectful. It's disingenuous. It's very offensive. Please make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share this content. I was honestly planning on talking about something completely different tonight, but I saw this and I was all like, how could I not speak on this? How could I not speak on this? I have to. But before we go, I wanted to show you guys, while we still have like 90 plus people in the room, before we go, let me remind you guys we have a 20% off everything sale. So you want something for the men, you got the black priority. Somebody recommended I do like a tangible shirt, so I just threw something together real quick. I might have like one of my graphic designers remake this, because yeah, I do have some graphic designers. You know, I'm a boss like that. But this one, like I said, I really like this design. This design actually is on this cup right here. Let me turn it to the side so you can see it. So yeah, very great design. So design is right there. You know, it's getting cold, the winter season. You're gonna want your crew necks. You're gonna want your hoodies. You know, especially y'all want to be vucking this season. And now see, you're gonna have me doing corny little ads. Y'all want to vuck? Y'all better get your no, I don't know. I'm not even corny enough to think of something. I'm not I can't even think of anything. Like, but anyway, look, yeah, you got some cool stuff. And then for the people who don't see, well, I don't see anybody buying a sticker, but you got different types of mugs too. Mind you, everything you see is 20% off. 20% off everything you see. Dun dun dun. You got your backpacks, stickers if you want to put like a sticker on your laptop or whatever. You want your hats. I know it's getting cold out there, so you're gonna want your travel mugs to keep your coffee and your tea. And you got your bandanas in case you guys got to cover your face. It's getting cold. Your phone cases as well too. Travel mugs with handles. Very necessary. Then you got tote bags, duffel bags, things like that. So don't miss out on the 20% off sale. The link is in the description below. Thank you very, very much. To all of the people who've already bought, thank you very, very much. To all people who will buy this weekend, the sale ends Monday. So don't miss out. Do not miss out. Do not miss out. Okay? 20% off. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Thank you, everybody who have watched. Again, thank you, everybody who subscribed. We reached 3,000. I'm planning on, because I believe sometime very soon, we're probably going to reach the 5,000 mark. So when we reach the 5,000 mark, I'm gonna do like another celebratory space, like I did when I did the 1,000 landmark, like the gold post. I mean, so 5,000 is really the next goal. So we gotta really bust this 4,000 out. I believe personally, we can get to 4,000 by the end of the year. I believe by the end of the year, by the beginning of next year, we will be on the path to 5,000. I genuinely believe we can do it. It's like 2 months, a little like 2 to 3 months. We can do it though. I genuinely believe that. I really do. I believe that with your help, with your support, we can do it. Definitely. So shout out to our sister Tia, our mod Tia, songwriter Sunny, Cyberdyne, Chris G, Tora, Tora Lee, Tyrone Simpson, Brooklyn Queen. Oh, and actually, double shout out to Brooklyn Queen for the super chat. Jay Goodfella, Aaron Von Black. Double shout out to Aaron Von Black for the super chat as well too. Shout out to Tell It Like It Is. Double shout out to I'm doing the double shout outs for the super chats. Double shout out to Tell It Like It Is for the super chat. Leonidas, shout out to you. Jay Cage, Ace Keeper, everybody up in here. You already know who it is. You already know who you are, Mr. King. Thank you very much. This man giving me different rap campaign ads and stuff. You'll cuddle less with Dahmer if you're busy dressing warmer. Exactly. Something like that. Something like that. Don't be cold in that white snow. Be warmed in black business or something. I'm gonna do something like a little parody, and it's gonna be super corny or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You want to get I don't know. I don't know. Like my brain it doesn't go down that low to even think of anything. So I really can't think. Tora Lee, she says, "Go in, Afro, speak the truth, speak truth to power." Thank you for supporting, because this channel wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for your support. So thank you very much. Thank everybody here. Please make sure you guys follow me on my various social media platforms. The link is in the description. It is Afro Elite on Instagram and The Afro Elite on Twitter. So just type in Afro Elite on Instagram and The Afro Elite on Twitter. So you don't miss out on anything else, any future content, any future sales, anything else I got going on. Definitely want to follow me on both those platforms and subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so. But I'm going to get off here, you guys. You all have a good, safe weekend. I will catch you guys Monday for some good, high-quality content. I've been pushing this one broadcast back, but I'm definitely going to do it Monday for sure. Definitely going to do it Monday. I'm not going to push it back any further. So be looking forward to something very interesting coming up Monday. And I feel like a lot of people are going to like it. So don't miss out. Subscribe, share, like this video. Until then, I will see you guys next week. Be one salute to all of you brothers and sisters out there.